Rosemary Wong said, "Effective teachers have a classroom management plan with all the procedures necessary for a classroom to run consistently and smooth for learning to take place. Learning is the end goal, and classroom management is the means of effective teaching for learning to occur." So this is my future classroom management plan. First, the initial classroom setup and organization. This is my ideal setup for a classroom of 25 students. There are 5 table groups for 5 students, places to display student work, and places for interventions to occur at the kidney table. Second, the establishment of rules and procedures. The classroom rules I would implement are as follows. Always do your best, listen and follow directions, respect those around you, and make safe choices. The goal of this is for it to be discussion-based and for specific examples to fall underneath those broad umbrellas as we discuss it in class. Now for procedures. Procedures themselves are the proactive measures taken to create an organized and efficient learning environment. These are the expectations the students are held to, and they are the fundamental routines for the day. Communications with guardians would include a call to the students' parents within the first 2 weeks of school to build trust and relationship with those parents before the year gets rolling. Email would then be my primary source of communication from there. Additionally, a weekly newsletter would be sent to promote what we're doing in class, to inform parents about upcoming events, and to provide ways that they can reinforce their students' learning at home. Beginning of the day and the end of the day routines just involve what students are to do with their things as soon as they enter into the class and how they are to receive their things at the end of the day. As for typical teaching procedures, this would follow the general structure of carpet time with the actual lesson, small groups or pairs from there, independent work, and learning centers. This structure follows the I do, we do, you do model, as well as allowing space at the end for differentiation and reinforcement. Communication of assignments will take place through Google Classroom, as well as the students' daily checklist, which they will receive each day. That will have all the assignments that we will go over that day, and they will check them off as they go. This also cultivates student responsibility. If anything goes home with them to complete for homework, an email will be sent to their guardians, depending on the age. If they are 4th and 5th grade and going into middle school, then my goal will be to prepare them to do that on their own. Emergency procedures would be taught either the day before or the day of the drill. I would explain my personal expectations for them and why we do things the way that we do so that they're not caught off guard. For transitions, a good rule of thumb in my classroom is to dismiss individual table groups based on their readiness and if they're following expectations. For subject to subject transitions, I would use a transition bell after several preliminary warnings so that they are ready to transition. As for movement in the classroom, students must raise their hand almost every time. Attention grabbers just depends on what we are going over, but I would start with something like give me 5 and then some other fun catchy thing just to get their attention. Classroom jobs would also be utilized to make the classroom an efficient space. Now for rewards and consequences. Student responsibility is very important, and in order to promote this, I would use the daily checklist as we just discussed for assignments, a behavior reflection sheet at the end of the week, and a class dojo. And for the rewards and consequences system, students can earn privilege tickets by earning pennies throughout the day for desired behavior. If they do not meet expectations, however, they will lose a penny. If they don't have a penny that they will owe a lap at recess. Now, certain actions will have a direct call home or will have a set number of laps depending on what happens. Okay, so each element of my classroom management plan seeks to promote student achievement through the proactive cultivation of high expectations first, and in order to promote a positive learning environment. My goal is to make it very clear from the upfront how we can work together with the students to create an environment where they will thrive. Thank you so much.